Hi everyone and welcome back. Thank you for watching today. Today I am working on a layout using the November Hip Kit Club kit, and I am using elements from the main kit, and I did also purchase the add-on embellishment kit. I might be using some of those items in the layout as well. So I'm still trying to work through that November kit and using that on this layout here. And what I'm doing today is a layout of, again, my grandson. He is the subject of a lot of my layouts. And this is actually going to be called Cookies for Santa. It's a picture of him leaving cookies out on Christmas Eve for Santa. And I was going to start with that white background, and as I begin to kind of lay it out, and I just wanted something a little bit more. I was looking through the papers that came in the kit, and I really liked this background paper from Chamel, and so I wanted to go ahead and use that because I just like the way that that background looked on that. And so I decided to go with that instead of the white background. And I'm using one of the branding strips there in that green to kind of ground the photo and give it a place to land. And then this gray paper from Ellie Studio is so cute. I just love that dots and heart paper, and so I'm going to be using that for a background on the photo to kind of just bring in some of that gray color, and it's just so cute. I love that background with the dots, and then every so often it's got a heart in place of the dots, so love that. And so I'm just going to be putting that together. Now the Santa that you see with the little Santa hat, that was actually from the Silhouette store. I cut that title out on my Silhouette, and I thought that was cute to use in the title. So I'm going to be using that in addition to some of the thickers that came in the kit. I'll be using those, my title Cookies for Santa, and that's the red and white thickers there. Those came in the main kit, and so I'm going to finish off the title using those. And sometimes I find it easier to find the placement of my title, maybe not putting it down completely, but at least find the placement, like in this case, so that I know kind of where I need to add other embellishments. So kind of just get a general idea of where I'm going to be placing that title, and then once I find out, okay, that's pretty much the general area, then I can kind of know where I want to start adding other embellishments. And so that's why I do like to use the wax paper too, because I can kind of play with that and move it around and figure out where I want it before I actually commit to applying it to the page. And so I'm using those stickers, and then I'm also using the alphas from Ellie Studio, and those little gray mini alphabet stickers, which are so nice. I do like those mini ones. And it was so funny because I always share stories, it seems like, in my photos. But this year, my grandson, he just turned 17 months, excuse me. So last year, of course, he was just a little baby and was, he was just a baby, so nothing really mattered. But this year, he was so much more into Christmas, and so he was fascinated by the cookies when my daughter and son-in-law got the cookies together and set them out. And I said this in my last video, on Christmas Eve they actually spend the night with us, which I love, because then we get to spend time with him, see him in the morning. He comes downstairs and sees everything that Santa left in his stocking and everything, so we get to enjoy that. So I do like that. But anyway, they were putting cookies out the night before on Christmas Eve, and he was fascinated with the cookies and the milk, and he kept wanting to grab the cookies. And so I got a picture of him there, snapped a picture right as he was trying to grab one of the cookies, and he wanted to drink the milk. And so I didn't get the concept, obviously, of what it was for, but I thought it was cute. So I was glad I caught that. And so I just wanted to document that in a layout. And so I am going ahead and starting to adhere things down. I've got a good idea now of where I want to put everything. I love the Ho 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 card. That is from Ellie Studio. Came in the pack of, I think it was the bits and pieces die cut shapes, or it may have been the tabs and tags. I don't. No, that was Ellie Studio. That's what that was. So did love that, and I wanted to use that because I love the red and white. I thought it would go great with the alphas that I'm using. So I'm just kind of putting that behind the title. And there you see me using that awesome bottle with my quick dry adhesive in it. And I'm going ahead and now we're getting down to business because I'm actually adhering the title. So um, committing to that and getting that glued down. And I just love the red and white stripe behind it and the ho ho ho. I thought it just tied the title in really well on that. So, and I've been trying to use my silhouette more. I love my silhouette. I have a cameo, and I absolutely love it. You just do some amazing things with it. But sometimes I get going in my layouts and using kits and things, and then I just kind of forget to use it. And so one afternoon I thought, I'm just going to go in the store. I'm going to find some things and download them and just cut a few things out that I thought I might be able to use, which I find is very handy. I don't cut just one thing for a layout. Oh, like I don't go in and go, I need this Santa thing and cut it for a layout. When I'm cutting, I go in and I'll download, or a lot of my things that I already have in my library, I'll go ahead and just cut a couple, 2 or 3 pages of different elements that I may use, and then I have them cut, ready to go, put them in a bowl or in a little, container, and so I have elements to pull from when I need them. So I always try to make the most of my cutting session and do more than one at a time. And so that's what I did. I did cut the Santa. I did want that in red, and so I did cut, the section where I was doing the Santa, I put red. Typically, I cut everything in white, unless I know I want it in a color, and then I will, put the different color down on my mat for whatever element I'm cutting. But mostly it is, I do it all in white because I can always recolor it. And so now I'm trying to find a few little pieces that I want to add to the layout and try to get it completed. I love that 'tis the season for cheer tag, but I couldn't make it work on the layout for some reason. It just wasn't, it was making it off balance. So I pulled it out and we'll use that on something else. And I did like the snowflake tag up in the top. I thought that was really cute, kind of bring in some of that blue. And I'm just looking here for some more elements to be able to just apply to the page. I love this November kit. It was full, I've said this before, but it was full of Christmas elements, and there was so much. I mean, you saw at the beginning of the video, you saw my little tray with all of my tags and embellishments. I have done several layouts already, and I still have so much stuff. It's amazing how much comes in this kit, in these hip kits, and just so much product. And you can just make it go so far and get so many layouts done out of it. I've used them for Project Life layouts as well as regular layouts. So I do love the kits for that reason, because they are packed full of product, which is not the case for some kit clubs. They'll charge the same amount and you're just not getting as much stuff. Hip kits are packed full, which I do love. So I'm actually kind of struggling to use everything because there is so much stuff, which is a good problem. So again, I'm placing some of the tags up there in the upper left corner above the photo to just kind of add a little bit extra there. We had some really cute wood veneers that came in this package too, which was from Ellie's Studio, her Good Cheer line. Really cute elements, wood veneers, and was trying to make the wood veneer work. Just wasn't feeling it, on the layout. I'm trying to fill in that space there because I don't want the cookies in the title just hanging there, and so I was you see me kind of struggling here, going, what am I going to put there to I wanted to give it a place to land. I didn't want it just kind of hanging out there alone. And so when I found the heart, I was like, that's perfect. Not only is it the stripe, but it just filled the space in perfectly. And so I went ahead and went with that, which I love the way that it turned out. I like that in contrast with the thickers and the Santa title. And I'm just adding a few more things there. And the stickers were having a hard time sticking down. I know it's kind of a thing with thickers. Sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't. So I try to add a little bit of extra adhesive if it needs it. And so I'm just trying to finish up and trying to put some finishing touches on there. And these little gold puffy stickers, those are from Avalicious. Love those. They've got cameras and hearts and arrows and stars. Really cute package. And so I'm just adding a little bit, touch of gold there with the camera and the little triangles, just to add a little bit of extra bling there. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep the blue tag up there, which, I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, I think it does work great, does fit perfectly. And I like the balance of the blue with the tag there on the left. And I think I was going to get my mini attacher, if I'm not mistaken. I think I took it in at my other work table. Yep, there it is. And so I was just going to attach that on there. And we got this gold glitter tape. I'm trying to think of who. I think it's American Crafts. Yeah, now that was in the embellishment add-on kit, and it's called Brown Sugar Glitter Tape. And since I have the gold puffy stickers, I wanted to add a little bit more of a gold element to that. I have the puffy stickers, and then I have the arrow, and I wanted to add a little bit more gold. So I grabbed that tape, and I just hand cut some triangles. They're kind of wonky looking triangles, but that's what I liked about them. I didn't want perfect triangles, and I just kind of created the gold arrows coming down to the title to kind of guide the eye down to the title. And I don't know, now that I'm looking at that, I don't even know if it is adhesive on the back. But I was trying to, it's got like a plastic, I think it must be. I'm sitting here looking at it, but you can see me fighting with it and struggling with it. And I can't remember if I ever even got it off, or if I think I might have just finally just said forget it and glued it down. And now that I'm looking at the tape, I don't even know if it is adhesive. I have a heck of a time trying to pull that backing off. And you can see me fighting there with scissors. I was trying to do something to get it started. And I'm playing with the roll right now, and I don't even know. Maybe somebody knows, because I could not seem to pull the backing off. But it's like shiny, slick plastic, so it feels like the back needs to be pulled off, but I could never get it off. So I just said forget it, and I just hot glued it down with the plastic backing on it. I guess it doesn't say that it's adhesive, so I don't know, maybe it's not. So I gave up trying and just decided to hot glue it down. That's why I love hot glue. It sticks everything down. So anyway, maybe somebody knows if it is adhesive. I could never get the backing off, so I just went with that. So here I was trying to just look at the page and trying to figure out if there was anything else that I needed to add. Got some really cute tabs and tags from Evalicious, and I was trying to see if I could make one of those work, but in the end I didn't end up using one. Maybe I did. Oh, yes, I did. I used that one at the top by the blue tag. That's right. And it was perfect because it says December and it has a line, so I just put the date in there and tuck that right over the top of that tag, and stapled it, which I thought was a nice touch. I like the way that looked. And then I'm going to get my date stamp out here, I believe. Oh, I was going to try to put the stickers up there, but obviously they were too big, so they weren't going to work. It was just a small space. And so there I am with my date stamp. Excuse me, I had to get a drink of water. And all I wanted was just 24 because it said already December. So I stamped it, and then after I stamped it, I rolled the December and the year to a place in the stamp that wasn't stamped, so it just stamped the 24. And so I know that was Christmas Eve. And then I stamped it again because I do love my date stamps. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a bit of journaling there at the bottom, because I wanted to journal about how he was, excited about the cookies and was trying to eat them and trying to drink the milk. So I just did a bit of journaling there. And I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I do have some still shots. I'm sitting here looking, trying to think, is there anything else that I want to add? I always do that at the end, try to see if there's anything else, and then you reach a point where no, that's enough, you got to stop. So here I am trying to just check and make sure there was nothing else I was going to add, and I think I was pretty pleased with it at this point and decided to just leave it as is. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some close-up shots here of that layout, and then I do have some still shots for you. And again, just want to thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all my followers, and still amazed that I have people still following. But I really appreciate your comments. You guys are always so supportive, and really appreciate that. And love to hear your feedback. Give me a thumbs up if you're happy with the video. Leave me comments if you want to see anything else. And thank you again for watching, and have a great day.